Yo, what's up everyone? It's your boy Looney back with another video. Today we're going to discuss some current events and then we're going to dive into my real profit and losses for the month with option trading, and I'm going to keep it very transparent and I'm going to show both my wins and my losses. But before we start, quick shout out to my Discord community. It is free to join, and then I also have a premium version where you get one-on-one coaching, you get trade alerts and weekly calls, and there's a course. You can check it out. All links will be in the description, but let's get into it. So as of today, you can see the market actually performed pretty well. We're in the green, and overall S&P did good, Dow Jones did good, and everything started hot and then it quickly fell off. So the current event right now that is going on, seems like there's something new every day, but NVIDIA actually announced it is bringing billions or a lot of infrastructure happening with NVIDIA in the US. So it's coming over to the US, and it actually didn't perform well. So in the early morning it did, and then it fell off just like the other stocks. And I do know that Trump met with El Salvador president to discuss, and he's a very pro-crypto president. So it is pretty bullish for crypto. I'm invested in crypto as well. I don't think it should affect it that much, but it is worth noting that. And then overall, the Chinese tariffs just continue. They're constantly going back and forth. There have been discussions about some deals, but overall, the tensions are still high. Volatility is very high, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take advantage of this volatility. I'm trying to go against the grain, buy low, sell high. And although they came out with exemptions for the tariffs, it turns out they weren't truly exemptions. They were the original percentage. So there's a lot of uncertainty going on, what's actually real or what's actually going on. And because of that, the markets don't know really what to do. They're very affected by anything, by even just a tweet. The markets could send or plunge. And I actually decided to take advantage of this high volatility. I ended up selling or closing a call on SoFi. Let me just pull that one up. And overnight, over the weekend, SoFi started to climb because of late last week. There was some good news, so it carried on to this week. And because of that, I took advantage of it, and I ended up selling or closing my trade for, I believe, a 10% gain in just about 4 days. I opened it on the 10th, and now it's the 14th. So just a few days and a 10% gain. So you don't really see that in the recent times. So I'm proud of this one, or I'm okay with this one because I also own SoFi. So if it does decide to shoot up, I'm not really missing out too much because I also own 300 shares. But I bought low and sold high. It's a very simple formula, especially in these crucial times where things go up or stocks go up very quickly and go down very quickly. So I do see SoFi as a long term, but I just took advantage of the price action of it. And I'll just show how my portfolio is doing. So on the week, I'm up almost 6%. On the month, down 5%. 3 months, 17. Year to date, 17. All time, still up 12%. But yeah, obviously took a hit. Rest of the market's also being hit very hard. But I'm trying my best to not overexpose or over leverage, and I'm not using margin, so that's a good sign. And I'm selling options. So let's get into how my options did this week. They're up 30% and up 7% on the day. So pretty good. On the month, only up 1.8%. And that actually is not because of bad trades. It has a lot to do with this SoFi call that is kind of underwater right now. And it is down 40%. So I'm just kind of waiting this one out. I have a very long period of time to wait out. It's almost 2 years till expiration. But additionally, I had some spreads that didn't do so good. So that's why it is down. I'll get into that one when I do the realized profit. But that's mostly why I'm only up 2% on the month for options, is because of that call. A lot of these other selling options are doing good. They're not getting hit, except for, I guess, a lot of the puts I'll get assigned. So I've been getting assigned on those. And then on the month or 3 months, still up 11%. On year to date, up 18%. So very helpful with selling options because mainly what I do. Like you saw, very few buying, but mostly selling, up 18%. And if we go over to realized loss, all-time 26%. But last week, up 20% or 122. Past month, up 17%. So this is actually where you get realized profit or when you close options. So a lot of put expirations that expired good, and then a couple put credit spreads that were a little risky, and I lost those trades. But luckily, I didn't overexpose. I only lost $80, which is still a lot, but with my overall portfolio, it is fine. So a lot of these put credit spreads and a few of these puts that I got assigned, also for the reason that it has dropped. But overall, I'm up 17%. So that's really good. And that's what I plan to do. I plan to continue to sell options. And especially because of this volatility. If we look at the VIX, it should be down a little bit today, down 17%. And I took advantage when it was almost at its highest on the 10th. And that's exactly when I opened that call trade and a lot of other selling puts. I've been selling past week. And even this week, I sold a few calls, but the premiums weren't as high because of how much volatility has gone down. And I'm very curious to see how the market moves going forward. Just because of uncertainty, there was chatter from Trump that he said that the market's getting used to tariffs. I don't know if that's necessarily true. It could just be that the worst is behind us, but we don't know. A lot of people are saying that a recession is coming. I'm kind of in between. I could see a recession happening, but I could also see everything being fine if interest rates get lower and the economy builds and just good news keeps coming out, because we did beat inflation and CPI. So that as long as good news comes out and we don't overboard with new tariffs and just overall decisions, we should be okay. I mean, there is still a chance of a recession, which isn't also a bad thing. You could take advantage of that by dollar cost averaging, as long as you have the money aside. And that's something else that I'm planning to do. I'm trying to put cash aside in case of a further downturn, because there is a chance of that. And I don't have my money all in, especially with the volatility. So I'm leaving some cash aside, and I should be getting my cash back on the SoFi puts. That's an $800. And then we'll see about these other SoFi ones. 10.5 might actually happen. We'll see. It's not a bad thing. And then SoFi $11 put looks like it's happening. So I might get assigned this Friday on 200 shares or just 100 shares. We'll see. But that's all I'm doing. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want to see more of my transparency, my real-time trade alerts, coaching, and just in supportive environment. You can check the links in the description for the Discord. And until next time, peace.